Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mai's Academy. Special thanks to our
Academy sponsors.
Thank you. Ian, Jean, Ditzy, Sam, and Grant.
Wow!
Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean.
When we last left...
Hi, Jean.
I don't call him Gene!
You're gonna have to right now.
No, hi, Dad.
There you go. When we last left...
He's my father-in-law. That makes him my dad. It's so weird to me. I call him Dad and you don't. It's so weird.
Jean.
Moving on. When we last left our heroes in training... I'm really tempted to make Ryan do it.
He can't. His mouth.
I'm a little busy at the moment.
Why did you do that in a Goroth accent?
It was a reference, and I know it, but I don't know it.
I think that's the definition of not knowing it.
Pirates of the
No, like-
Caribbean?
Thank you.
Yes, it's
Like,
Barbossa.
I knew it was from something. but
When
I
he's
didn't
gonna
know what it
marry
was.
Will and Elizabeth, and he's fighting
Yeah.
Pirates.
fish pirates.
When we last left our heroes in training,
I wanna fight pirates.
they approached the end of their first year after completing a somewhat tumultuous mission with their missing fifth member. They were able to come back to school, and other than a incident where Ari thought she was going a little bit crazy,
It's fine, it happens. I have those too.
had a relatively peaceful few weeks of school before the final mission of the year. You were informed that this final mission, overseen by Isadora, would be...
Isadora.
Take your two.
Of all your shenanigans, that's the one.
I gotta admit that was funny, though.
You would
I'm
be
sorry.
going to Waimarie, where a shipment is being made of some kind. You're not sure what, but someone with a ability of divination magic has apparently received a portent that if they did not receive help, they were all going to die.
Dramatic.
And that is where we pick up for tonight's episode. Welcome back. So,
What?
he was giving him... Don't worry about it. So, as Isadora... Wow.
Sapporo?
Man, that Dora the Explorer comment really got you.
Why do you think I gave him Shenanigans?
With
So-
boots.
I don't know, you've only got one.
That's true.
Alright,
As-
I can't be in the map. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map,
You would
I'm
be.
the map, I'm the map!
And the map was the one I liked the least.
That does not surprise me. That's just fate.
As Isadora walks you to her ship, is there anything that you are doing? Because this is a rather urgent one that was
Get
called.
into it.
Yep.
So,
Hop to it. We got our gear, right? So
Oh.
the only thing Cash would do is if they didn't tell him to bring his gear beforehand, he would go grab it after.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you would know to
Grab it before.
Yeah.
So
Just
Al
to
thankfully does have
clarify,
his toothbrush.
Trey, for my own processing.
Yes.
How soon after the stuff with the brain stuff?
The priest.
The brain stuff.
Yes.
You mean the cyberbullying? The gaslighting?
Yes. The
Approximately 2 weeks.
Approximately 2 weeks. And Ari
Two.
hasn't heard back at all from...
Nope.
All right.
Radio silence.
Radio
Wow.
silence. Cool.
Radio silence.
That's another form of manipulation.
What? No, really?
Yeah.
I thought Thalion was a great dad.
He's not a dad.
Exactly.
Dude.
Dalion's like, I don't want to talk to you no more. Because all I could think of was the French taunter in Monty Python when I thought of that phrase. So I was like, I'm going to do it in a French accent.
Sure. Okay.
Mon Dieu! Caspian is finally French. You will talk like this for the rest of the campaign.
Bet you $50 you won't.
I will not take that because I will not do it.
I win.
I don't want to get a shenanigan every single session when Trey's like, are you going to speak normal?
The only time I have ever taken someone to 0 with a shenanigan was because they were doing a voice and refused to stop.
So, note to self, do not use my talents.
Just use it, just don't use it for evil.
What about for chaos? Does that qualify?
It depends who you're inflicting the chaos upon.
Okay.
Inflict it upon them all you want.
I don't like the subjective moral relativism here. Continue with the campaign.
Don't make me resort to my uwu voice for Crow.
Please, for the love of God, stop, Noah.
As you approach Isidora's ship, it is structurally a relatively normal skiff. Sail above the layout you would expect for a small ship for maybe only 5 to 6 people. What is notable about it is that the entire thing is made of stone.
Oh. Interesting.
And along the ridges and the where the railings would be are.
Would you like to join us?
I'm telling
I
her
would
to
love
stop.
You don't want me to repeat it. Just
No.
carry on.
Hi, welcome back to the D&D table. We're
I
playing
was
a game.
considering a D&D character.
Oh,
Just
play the one that you
unfortunate.
currently have.
Okay, not the uwu Crow.
Good lord.
Anyway,
Please continue.
That's a monster.
along the edges, you do see intricate carvings that you, the players, would recognize to be of similar in. I need to turn that down a little bit. There we go.
I liked it. It was very grand and it was perfect timing too.
Oh, you can also tell me to turn it on.
No, I got control.
Because I
of
think
it.
if you do it, it turns it down on that as well.
Oh, yeah, that's
which
not
is-
a bad thing.
Well, I can control that, so if I
That's
turn
fair.
Can you do me
If
a
I
favor,
pick volume, it's
Trey?
going to adjust.
Yes.
Can you start over the description of the ship, please?
I
That would
absolutely
be a
can.
good idea.
Thank you. I was paying attention for the record.
No, it's a good call.
Stone ship.
Yes, it is a layout that you would typically expect for a smaller ship for maybe 5 to 6 people. Maybe one small space below deck, one singular sail.
So it's more like a
Minimal.
yacht.
Yeah, it's very depends what you define as a yacht.
It's a Sea of Thieves sloop.
It very much is
Okay.
the Sea of Thieves sloop.
I would define that as a yacht, but
Oh, okay.
I'm
The
not
word
rich.
yacht, the word yacht to me implies rich person, multi-layer,
That's true. I typically think of that when I think of yacht, but I also know they can come in many
Yeah.
different
oh
shapes and
man, I'm
sizes.
thinking of yacht as like that single level type of.
Like this little guy.
That's a sailboat, and that
That's
is
like a-
gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
It's
It's
the
even
ones
smaller than
pop
that.
up.
Really?
Oh wow, so it really is a sloop. Sloop's
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is very small.
Are there no sleeping quarters for
Nope.
us?
I'm not gonna be on it very
Are we
long.
go? Are we
yes.
go?
We don't really.
Does this one go super fast like the rest?
You would assume so.
Okay, good.
And the most notable thing about it is that it appears to be entirely made of stone. And interestingly, not even painted stone. It's all just slate
Rock.
gray rock. However, carved into it, especially along the edges, are designs that you, the players, would recognize to be akin to Aztec or Mayan type of carving. So the very kind of angular designs.
Instead of rock and roll, it's rock and sail.
Okay, buddy. And at the front, a feathered serpent for the figurehead.
Would Cass recognize any of that?
Make a religion check.
Ooh.
May I also make a religion?
Go for it.
Too bad my religion's a negative.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
You can stop looking.
Yeah. You know,
Total of 22.
a 15 is good for me.
You would recognize that the feathered serpent, specifically in the context of D&D, is the Coatl, which is a celestial creature. It is a feathered serpent. They are found in Elysium, is where they originate typically. They're also known to be a bit mischievous.
It's also Isolde's true form, right?
It is the
This is Isidora.
Or Isidora. Sorry.
Isolde's the dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
I get them
correct.
confused.
Yeah.
it is but the Coatl is the symbol of your house.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's also...
Well, you have not seen
Oh, okay.
one way or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Amy as a player knows.
Suspects.
You think. Therefore you are.
All the symbols of the houses are like the creatures that run them.
But like,
That's why I'm looking at them.
one of them's anthropomorphic. The other's just a literal salamander.
It's a wolf. Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, the stone carvings.
Yes. Most of the as the gangplank lowers, she, well, come on, and waits for you to board.
Crow flies
was there
on
nothing
because she
special
doesn't
about
trust the
stone?
gangplank.
Not at the moment.
I was not
other
getting
than
on
the
the ship.
carving.
Okay.
You scared?
I was not going to get on the boat.
Something the matter?
You scared of the water?
I just wanted to cause tension. It sounded like we needed something, so.
We can leave him.
I was looking around like, so this is the last time that we're going to get on the boat as first years.
This
Most
is
likely,
probably
yes.
the first and last time we're ever going to be on this boat.
I would hope not.
Okay.
Are you going to be in more trouble next time?
You will have the next year's mechanics explained to you later. But
Big step.
yes,
Let's do it. And he'll get on.
as the ship rises into the air, the sail unfurls, and as it begins flying out, you do see a kind of iridescent hue begin kind of washing over the ship as it begins to hover and take flight, adding color to the stone, slowly spreading across it as it moves.
When do we get one of these?
Year 3.
Oh, this is her ship.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the ship that we're gonna be on down in
No.
Marie. I thought we were already there.
No.
That's
you
why I
haven't
was so
left the
confused
school.
about so many details.
This is why you
Things
pay
make
attention.
sense.
Welcome back to the game.
It's been...
Great start to the year, guys.
Yep.
We play D&D more frequently.
Brian's willing to drive.
He does all.
Yeah, everyone else lives over here. Takes
Yeah.
me 45 minutes to get here. That's what I do for you guys.
Your sacrifice is appreciated.
It was snowing
Yes. Wow.
on the way here.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wasn't someone over here?
Yeah, it was. I was right on the street over there.
It was snowing.
You sound so heartbroken.
I'm so sorry to ruin your night. I didn't know it was that bad.
I really like the snow. I'm sad I missed it.
I missed this.
It may or may not stick. The weatherman has no
Yeah,
idea what's going
I
on.
know.
It won't.
There's a cold. You'll get lost.
Anyway, a sensation you are quite familiar with at this point as the ship gets clear from the school and a prismatic, you know in Doctor Strange when they like make a like portal into
Yeah.
the mirror realm and like the air kind of shatters with the iridescent colors and then you pass through it and you're in the mirror dimension.
Okay, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's what you essentially pass through for this ship. The air in front kind of like a kaleidoscope shifts against itself. And as the ship passes through it and you enter the ethereal plane, she activates the Spelljammer helm. And boom!
Oh, wait.
Suddenly,
There's none of
the
that in the
beach.
ethereal plane, that's right.
Thankfully, no. And
Elle,
you arrive.
Elle does that out of reflex. It's like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
You arrive in the skies above Waimarie. Stretched out beneath you is ocean for as far as the eye can see, dotted with landmasses of varying size. Some barely rocks that are peeking out from the water, others vast jungles teeming with life. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's definitely, if you could get a bird's eye view, it bears a certain similarity. And directly below you is a rather large island with a bustling seaport that you immediately start descending towards.
Is it as busy as Port Sea?
Actually, this one is probably not quite as, but is on a similar level.
Oh, shoot.
Waimarie typically doesn't have... Now, not all the ships coming in and out of it are of the same size. Towards Ether is like one of the main entry points for merchant ships, but there isn't a ton of travel necessarily from it. Anyone going south will most likely just walk. In Waimarie, not
that's
really
true.
an
You gotta
option.
go. Yeah.
So anytime,
There is no walking.
anyone trying to get from one island to, instead of carts and horses, you have smaller ships moving across between the islands. So it is very busy.
Yeah.
Probably as many people coming in and out as Port Seether, even if there aren't, I'd say probably more ships just carrying less and
Smaller. That makes sense.
The ship settles down on the beach, kind of pushed up against it as the hovering ceases and it sinks into the sand. You get the sense if this had landed on the water.
Oh, my God.
So,
Not that kind of boat.
you're familiar from your previous mission as to roughly how this is supposed to go?
Yes.
I am here to observe.
Yes.
And
Have fun.
yes.
Do we get the flare as just in case?
Oh, of course.
Do we need it?
And she's going to hand it to Elle.
Whatever.
I don't think we do, but just in case.
The ship that you have been conscripted to help is called Cecilia's Call.
Cecilia's cool. Got it. Well, let's head over to the dockmaster and he can point us in the right direction.
Master. Really even know her.
Good
Crow
luck.
just keeps walking.
Yep, and Cass will make his way to the portmaster or dockmaster, whatever.
Yep. Despite the fact that it is mid to late winter at this point, you're approaching you're at the end of the second month of winter. It is getting cold. In Arklands, winter just continuously gets colder and colder and colder until there is a comparison often that winter is like a fever where it gets more and more intense until it breaks. That is the case in Arklands. When spring comes, it is like Narnia, where the winter
Disappears.
is washed away
Yeah.
almost overnight.
That's kind of cool. I like it.
Do I immediately spot like any cool things in the sand, like a starfish?
Could make a investigation check.
So is it currently cold in
But that is the thing. Despite the fact that from where you've been, even in Vala, the day relatively warm, the nights were freezing. Here in Waimarie, there's a bit of a colder wind, but otherwise it is temperate and comfortable. It's actually rather nice.
What'd you find?
19. You find a like nautilus shell.
She'll look at that as they're walking.
Yup.
Eventually. It's
And
now.
roll me a D100. What do you?
Elle like goes to look at what she's doing. Goes, no, I'm on a mission.
87.
I need to do good for Caspian. Focus. Attention.
No shenanigans.
Be a good team member. Good teammate.
Good
You're
for
welcome.
you. Character development.
Very cute.
That was a natural 20.
Your attention is pulled. As you approach the dock,
Sure.
you see. Your first thought is that it's a crane lifting a box off of a ship, and then you see the eyes
It's a dinosaur.
as a brontosaurus is moving slowly. A little bit.
Yes.
Or brachiosaur. I don't know. One of them is apparently
Elle
way
has
more
an
both of them.
instinctual urge to yell yabba dabba doo. He doesn't know what it means.
Crow,
But yeah,
you
the
alright?
towering reptilian creature is just helping out and moving things off.
Oh, that's
one
right.
of
You
the
did want a
ships.
dinosaur, didn't you?
Do you think I could fit that at the school?
I was about to
No,
say
I don't
no.
think so.
I think perhaps you could find
Okay,
a smaller
well-
one.
A baby?
The
But the baby will grow.
Yeah.
Magic?
Babies are as big as y'all are.
If you could get someone to cast a permanent reduce spell on him, maybe.
You really shouldn't do that to one that's
You take big steps.
gonna be bigger.
You say big steppies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I heard it too.
Whatever, it's the wind.
Oh, okay.
Is there any wind right now?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Ares used to be in Gaslit.
That was incredible time.
That was very nice. Well done.
Well, I missed it.
He asked if there was any wind.
And then the
I
AC.
paused. The AC came on. Yes.
Beautiful.
All right, so Elle is going to continue to follow Caspian while Crow is awestruck at
The head, by
giant
the way,
dino.
is like 60 feet
Mm-hmm.
tall.
So no, he would not fit.
Crow, come on. We have to get to the ship. Yeah, Ares
He's definitely
guiding.
looking back
Crow.
while they're going.
We can come back and check them out later.
I think I could ride it.
Probably.
Sit on its head. I got wings.
Is there someone, for lack of a better term, operating the dinosaur?
There is someone nearby that appears to be like directing it.
Use a laser pointer.
No, but they do put like a bundle of leaves
Mm-hmm.
on top of whichever crate they're trying to get it to pick up next.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
And every so often, like as it's moving boxes in between, it'll lean down and get like a treat because it's doing the job right.
Okay, Elle goes, focus. Darkmaster.
Yes.
Caspian, I have no idea what they look like.
Usually, they are standing by a stall or a podium or something with several books in front of them.
Ah, not my type of
That
person.
one over there. And
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh,
okay.
For the Dockmaster?
He's a very busy man, and you are trying to get his attention.
That's true.
Can I give him help?
Absolutely, you can.
Nice. Yeah, you get help.
Cool, thanks. I need it. That's much better. Natural 20.
There you go.
Nice.
Beautiful. That was great.
Flash the Evernight symbol a little bit.
No, Cass just...
Caspian goes to just start out, and Elle just kind of grabs him, lets the Dockmaster finish whatever thought he was right in the middle of, and he would have been very upset if he had been interrupted, and then lets Caspian go and finish as soon as that task is done.
To which Caspian keeps it very short. He's like, pardon me, well, I've already forgotten the name of the ship.
Cecilia something. Grace?
call.
Call.
Cecilia's call. Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I would. Y'all might have been able to recognize it.
Oh, the ship without asking for help?
No, this was one of the ships that you could have gotten last campaign.
Yeah.
No way! Is it really? That's awesome.
It was one of
Nice.
the other
I
options.
definitely would
Oh,
not
that's
remember
cool.
that. That
Nope.
was like 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know these things.
I don't remember what I had for dinner last week.
Depends
I
which
don't
night.
either.
Anyway,
Pardon me. The Cecilia's call. Could you point me in the direction of it?
oh yes, right down that dock, all the way to the end.
Thank you. And Cass will leave.
Yep.
And Cass will first ensure that the others are
How
following.
many people have one of those?
Not a lot.
I think it's a rare thing.
I mean, that's the one that this port
Oh,
has.
so it's for this port. So like there are other ones at other ports.
Probably.
Do you buy them as an egg?
No. It was trained. Can I help you?
Let's leave
Wait,
the man
wait.
to his, to
As
his
Amy
duties.
or Aaron directs her away.
We have a mission crew.
Crow?
Yeah. Okay, like, move. Whatever.
Alright, thank you. And they will make their way over to the ship.
Crow, if you behave this mission,
I'm behaving.
I'd
I
be
was making
happy.
cordial conversation with a person. How often do you see that?
That is rare, yes.
It's
but
true.
I would be happy to help you procure a type of dinosaur afterwards during the break.
I'll go talk to the people on their ship. She starts marching forward. Maybe they have a dino expert there.
Maybe.
As you approach the ship, it is a rather large, especially in comparison to some of the other ones coming in and out, and it does not appear to be of the same make either. A lot of the
blue?
ships, huh?
Is it blue?
No, I think that was specific to the
The Renegade
Yeah.
was specifically Stormwind.
Yeah, each one I think had a different.
You go and make a history check.
Another -1.
They're so close to another nat 20. That's a 10.
10, that's enough. Specifically, you would recognize this as being of Valen make from Kinivale.
Oh,
Yeah.
Naval.
Nope.
Spelled like that. What's
Take
wrong
your
with
4.
Belly handle?
Ouch.
Still more healthy than most of you.
Yeah.
I think all of them, even with 6 subtracted.
What's your health at?
What?
What's your health at?
I'm at 55 now.
Okay, yeah.
wow, she does have more than me. At
Wow.
53.
I have icon.
This is a large screen, brother.
It does.
It is a rather large ship with a, the figurehead is a woman with a small crown and a blindfold, with a sword outstretched. The ship itself is painted what?
Kiera thought she recognized the symbolism, but not from where.
You might. The ship is painted a dark blue, with white, like dark, like navy blue.
So it is blue.
With white accents, yes, but not at the same time.
You lied to me.
You see the crew hustling and bustling around the ship, but there is one person that stands out. A much older gentleman, human, definitely not from Waimarie, with a what appears to be a longsword in a hilt, which stands out. Like, other than the sword, he doesn't appear to be like a fighter in any way. He's not wearing armor.
Is it a longsword?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But it kind of stands out against the rest of him. He's kind of wearing a button-down shirt with like sleeves all the way down as well. He's kind of balding, gray hair. When I say older, I'm like 70s, maybe. Maybe a little bit younger, but
Thereabouts.
So Alfred.
yeah, not inaccurate. Tanned skin, but like tanned from being in the sun.
So like me.
A little bit, a little bit darker from, but
I am very pale. In truth.
Yeah.
This is as dark as I get.
so what do you do?
Can Cass? One moment.
Okay.
Is Cass able to recognize what position he would have on the ship?
So that's the. Go ahead and make a. Are you proficient with water vehicles?
No,
Or any of you proficient with water vehicles?
Cass has been like,
Then I would say a history
sailing
check.
and stuff, but he is not like proficient with them. History?
Yeah.
So what is Cass doing right
that's
now?
actually a +2. Haha. This is 17.
17?
Cass is going to go up probably to this guy, but Noah is first asking if Cass recognizes
So
what
that's
his
part
position
of
is.
what draws your attention to him is that he doesn't appear to be filling any specific role. He's not commanding any of the crewmates around. Like he's not giving orders, but no one is like. But he's also very much not taking any orders as orders are called out by who you assume to be the captain. All of the crew is responding, and the older gentleman is kind of just looking around and not aimlessly. He's kind of watching as people are doing their jobs.
Is that the Oracle something?
Elle will walk up to the gentleman while Caspian is thinking about it, and he'll kind of.
Noah is thinking about it. Cass would walk up with you.
I want to do something.
Okay,
I think
fine.
he'll appreciate it.
Well, okay, we'll say that Cass is busy looking at who else is on the ship.
He can walk up with him.
You're essentially clocking, okay, who's the captain,
Yeah.
who's the... After you realize you can't quite place who this guy is, you're clocking everyone else,
Yeah.
while Elle just
goes,
walks up to him.
Hello there.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Elios, and I'm from.
I'm Robert, you can call me Bob.
Nice to meet you, Bob.
Uncle Bob.
You're the Dread Pirate Roberts. With pride. Anyway, we're from Mice Academy, and we're here on a mission.
You're the ones that I called.
Oh, it was you that put in the call then.
Yes.
Great. This is my team. This is our team lead.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. That's
Okay.
fine. I have taken the lead more often.
Got it.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
His name is Caspian. I don't think he said that.
Caspian, Elle,
Erivalo.
Arivalo, and
Bro.
Crow. Pleasure to meet you all. I hope you'll be able to help.
We hope to be of help. What is the situation?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure.
I see.
So who are you?
I'm the one that's hired this ship to make a journey back home. And I have this here, and as he pats the sword, it's a blade of augury, and
What is that?
go ahead and make an Arcana check. Because it's a magic item.
Natural 20.
Yes! Let's do a roll. Let's see what Elle does. No.
So, two things occur to you. The first is, okay, that's it's a title for a weapon, but you haven't heard of anything specific. But then you clock the wording of it, and you are familiar with Usonan blades.
You know what that is as players.
The
Elle would know.
in Usona, anyone with citizenship is given a blade. It is a common thing to give as at like a baby shower. If someone is being born, is like you gift a blade for that person to
Knife.
for that person to eventually use.
I did. It's because Cass is the one to say hello there.
I enunciated it differently.
I whispered it.
Thank you.
I got you.
Anyway. Getting more!
Right, baby blade. Got it.
The blades are enchanted and soulbound.
Ooh. Oh. Oh no.
And it is typical that only the person who it is bound to can use it. The abilities, when they are enchanted, the process by which they are enchanted is not public knowledge. even to Usonan residents. It is something done like you would travel to the capital to get it done type thing. It's not the only place it can be done, but it's the main one. You are given the blade and a drop of blood from the person, and they come back with a sword with a enchantment of some kind. Not each one is 100% unique, but most are. And over the course, there's a debate about whether the sword someone has influences who they turn out to being, or maybe who they are influences what enchantment it gets. There's debate about it. It's not entirely clear.
So on a scale of 1 to the crowns, how valuable is this thing?
It depends. You could get a soulbound blade that's the whole thing is that it lets you breathe underwater. You could get a soulbound blade that allows you to travel between planes.
Right! These are quirks.
Amazing.
That is
I was wondering about that.
specifically the ending the ending animatic in one of the seasons of My Hero where they're in the fantasy setting.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is the direct inspiration for the use of
I love that.
Yep.
You're such
Didn't mean to call you out like that, bro, but I
No,
love it.
it's 100% the inspiration, and you nailed it.
Yeah.
It's almost like we know each other.
I
Yeah.
know. Him.
But yes.
Okay, so we have no idea what this thing does.
So he said it was a blade of augury. With
Okay.
a natural 20, you recognize that augury is a second-level divination spell that allows you to... so you would guess it has something, either the ability to cast that spell or something akin to it.
Okay,
Augury,
what is the spell?
augury allows you to essentially ask about an action you intend to take, typically within the next, I think, 10 to 30 minutes.
So that's how he knows.
And you get wheel, woe, both, or neither.
Got it.
You basically, if I do this, will something good happen, something bad happen, both, or neither?
There's a good chance that him calling us is what created the well.
Well, so that's the thing. The wording of the spell says that it specifically doesn't take into account, if you do something different. It's like, okay, if I make this decision, what is the outcome?
Okay.
And that is what the spell does.
It's really good for if I turn left here,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Yeah. What is there? Will something bad happen if I open this door?
Medieval
I rob
GPS.
this
I like it.
bank.
Medieval paper fortune, or red
Yes!
eight ball.
Yes.
I love it. Medieval 8-ball. No.
Should I do this? Yes or no?
Shut up.
As a
Okay,
rogue,
thanks.
that would be so nice.
Yeah.
Gosh, that'd be so.
So with a
fun.
natural 20, that is what you are able to discern from what he says. But yes, blade of augury.
Usona?
Yes. Yeah. Traveling to Fort Summer. Well, I say that's home. That's where I was born, live here, but making a shipment. And I tend to, always double check before we set out, as we set out the voyage plan. And set the voyage plan and ask my question, and it was bad, really bad. Changed the route. Still really
That
bad.
bad, huh?
Quite. No matter what, how many.
So there ain't a
Different
problem with
routes.
your ship or your crew?
No, I considered changing it, but no distinction. And so
Is that you problem?
I certainly hope not. I've been traveling this route for 40 odd years.
There's no way that we could get his shipment onto Isadora's.
No, that would be using Isadora's ship. Her
Oh, that's
equipment,
right.
So,
Outside help
Yep.
from the school.
There's also quite a lot.
Yeah,
was-
wouldn't fit on the ship.
Yeah, quantity
Yeah.
is more so what
Yeah.
I was looking for. So, right. Well, we don't know what the problem could be. We don't know what the threat might be.
Unfortunately not.
Got it.
sailing blind.
No, I hope not. I don't intend to wear a blindfold while we're going.
The ship is, but that's beside the point.
half of one.
Yeah, fun fact, that's not usually because they were blind, though.
Well, yeah, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's because they were keeping one eye adjusted to the dark for when they went below deck.
Yeah, I know that. It's.
Not everyone does.
I knew that.
There you go.
I was just telling her.
I'm from the desert and I knew that. But I did grow up in a port town.
It is a
Enjoy it.
fact.
It was a, yeah, I liked it. It was a good time.
Very glad.
I like being able to have the sand and the water right next to each other. It's like being at the beach, perpetually.
We got that too.
It's so cool. Anyway, mission.
Yes.
Mission base.
So, if there's anything I can do to help, you just let me know. But,
How long is the journey expected to take?
that's,
Wasn't it 3 days?
No. Or like a week.
let me, cause
Are we gonna be forced to be on our mission for an entire week since we've completed every single mission within like a day and a half?
As a player, no one would be okay with that because we don't spend any time together.
No, I'm already.
What are you talking about? We spend plenty of time together. It just so happens that the time that we spend is full of chaos.
It's like its own thing.
Right. That's
I mean, that's true.
So we're somewhere down here.
It's no fault of our
We're
own.
going to which city are we going to in Usona?
Fort Summer.
Fort Summer.
just wanted to.
Oh, look, a map.
Yeah.
That'd be
I'm
helpful.
pulling up a map as well.
It's a map. It's a map.
So who's the backpack?
Well, I
Mary
can
has
be
the bag
quite a
full,
bit of
that's
a
Amy.
burden.
Yeah. Fort Summer. Okay, so we're going.
Are you
basically
calling area burden?
No,
Yes.
I said I am.
Oh.
As Crow. You look like you're holding something back. You want to share with us?
No, I'll tell Amy later.
It's 3,500 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, is that all? What's the maximum speed of the ship?
So a sailing ship, which this is,
Not gonna
goes
go very fast.
120 miles per day.
That's like a month.
That would take, 29 days.
Well,
Don't
if
worry.
they sink, then we gotta go back soon.
Most likely. We sail close enough to the maelstrom that we're safe, but out of reach of most people that would want to take a jump on us.
So we
If it's
have
gonna
to,
happen, it's gonna happen earlier in the voyage.
So we sail
I see.
into danger to avoid danger.
We sail close to it because it's scary enough to scare off anyone else.
Scares me.
The closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm.
That doesn't make sense to me.
But then you are very small.
Perhaps you're
From Lord of the Rings.
Treebeard. Pippin with his brilliant idea, which was not in the books.
Well, it still works.
No, in the movies,
Yeah,
Treebeard
the
was
clo-
like, I don't know if we don't want to go to war. It could be bad. In the books, he's like, to Isengard.
Yes.
But yeah, the closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm. Yeah, that about sums it up.
I love Lord of the Rings logic. Let's go.
And listen, if you can't stay the whole voyage, that's fine. I appreciate your help while you are here.
Well, we'll give you all the time that we can.
Thank you very much.
Gotta get this boat on the waves.
Yeah.
I don't know, give me a better one.
I don't know. Hey, Caspian.
Let's get these sails in the wind.
Yeah, is that the one?
Yeah, that's fine.
So the crew. Do you mind if we go say hi to them?
Go for it.
I mind.
May I ask what cargo you're carrying?
To make it a little bit easier, I'm just going to say herbs.
Ah.
No, not like that.
It's a 25 on insight.
Just for the sake of it. Yeah. It is nothing illicit. Okay. you are able to discern that.
Components?
He's what?
Components?
Yeah, so he will
Ari's also gonna make an insight check.
go for it.
Alright, 22.
Yeah, from his statement of nothing like that is 100% accurate.
Yes. I mean, just insight check on it's more like she's asking him what cargo he's carrying and then focusing intently on what his response is.
Okay. Is there something specific you're trying to discern?
Is he
Guilt.
are they carrying cargo that is extremely valuable that would cause them to be attacked? Or are they carrying
Okay.
Are they carrying precious cargo that he may not want us knowing about?
Got it.
Is it explosive?
Also, it is not currently plugged in. Sorry. Thank you for your help. No, it's not explosive. I would say it is valuable. It's certainly not the most valuable thing we could be carrying. Thank you. And well, then went back in.
Shut up, Amy.
Thank you.
Not saying.
Shut up.
They typically these are used to make medicine.
Huh.
If you've ever bought a
Healing potions.
healing potion, an herbalism kit, first aid, all those types of things can be used for other things, spell components, and if you extract certain things from it, it can be a little bit more dangerous, but that is not the intent of these.
Can I roll a insight,
Medicine?
Arcana, medicine?
I would say
Nature?
I would say nature. You,
Natural 20.
I will allow medicine.
Oh, 19.
Why would Elle know this? Because he's a healer.
19.
I
have a guess what it is.
what is your guess?
Residual?
No,
No? Okay.
it is purely organic.
Okay, it is organic.
Yeah. No, it is there's spell cure wounds, and there's the spell inflict wounds.
Uh-huh.
They come from the same source. You essentially invert the magic, but the equation is largely the same.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Fun fact, that is actually
The origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Elle did not know this.
yep.
And character development. Anyway.
Similarly, this stuff, you can use it to, we primarily use it for healing and all that, but it can be extracted, and it's a very specific process, but you can make a pretty harmful poison out of it too.
Good, okay. Don't
Fun
let the
fact.
ship get attacked by pirates.
Fun fact, some medicine is just poison. Give just the right amount of poison, not enough to kill you, but enough to kill whatever's hurting you. That can work pretty well.
liquor is a pretty good fix to sickness.
To sickness, no. To wounds, yes.
My statement stands.
I think that alcohol would make you sick.
Wow. No. Always helps me.
Depends how much and what type.
That's a natural 20 on insight on crowd.
Oh my gosh, dude! Is that die loaded?
That's the third natural 20 on this dice tonight. You are going over there. I'm rolling you
You
all
made
night.
like 4 rolls!
I know, and 3 of them have been nat 20s.
Listen, that's what this dice was doing in the fight with the pale velociraptors.
That's
This
right.
one rolled so
That was-
many.
Yeah.
They have their days.
All right.
Yeah, no, she's totally goofing.
Okay.
She's making excuses.
Okay, so we've got... when do we leave?
As soon as you're ready. We're just waiting on you.
Alright, well, why don't we head on board now?
Do we want to meet
I
the
mean,
crew?
you were on board.
Oh, I thought we were
had
still
to-
on the dock.
No, he was standing basically like on the ship, but like right off to the side. So you would have
Oh,
had
gotcha,
to board
gotcha,
to.
gotcha. Okay.
So, who are the crew that are in charge of the boat?
I just interface with the captain,
Okay.
so you have to. He hires the crew himself.
And the captain is that one. And he points to the most obvious looking, not the captain.
Cass will grab his hand,
Unless there's
move it to
a-
point towards whoever the captain is.
There you go.
Not who I would have pegged, but I guess the big hat should have clued me in.
Yes, usually the dressed a little bit more fancy.
He looks fancy. Compared to me, at least.
Everyone looks fancy compared to
The captain is rather fancy looking. Well, fancy is maybe not the word.
well
Long-
clad.
Polished. Distinguished.
Potentially. Long coat, a similar kind of dark navy blue, even darker than the ship is painted. An orc, green skin, tusks coming out, eye patch over one eye, short brown hair, and an anchor on his back.
Kiera is excited. Would you have something you would like to share with the class?
I know that character.
Is that from another campaign? Yes.
So he has plot armor, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. So Cass will walk up to him and go,
L.
yes. I'm
Are you playing as my character right
I don't know why. I've been wanting to say Cass the entire night.
That's so funny.
It's weird. So L, me, the character I've been playing now for over a year, will walk up to the captain and introduce himself. Hi, I am Elios. I'm one of the students that was hired to assist with the mission. And you are?
Koa.
Koa. Pleasure to meet you. This is my team, Caspian, Eddie, and Crow.
Yeah, I heard you earlier.
Oh, you could have come and joined the conversation.
I had a job to do.
I see. Well, we are here to assist with that job in any way that we can, primarily protection.
Well, the old man apparently thinks it's needed, so welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Never hurts to have extra protection.
Never hurts. I'm just not paying for it.
I hear that too. So,
now? He's not paying for it either. So
who is paying for it?
Can I go up to the crow's nest?
I don't believe they don't like this is just a request assistance when we show up. It's not a,
There's also no
you don't hire
guarantee
us
for
out.
it happening.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, who's the crew?
Does he introduces a few members?
I feel like he would hand L off to the first mate and be like, all right, here, you go take care of him.
Yeah, a little bit.
And Al would ask, "Hi, I'm Al. What's your name?"
And you go in and you introduce yourself to the rest of the
You're getting good at this. I like it. Well done.
I need to let
love
you know
ideas.
right now that I'm getting like major Treasure Island vibes.
Yeah.
Like I'm just envisioning, like this entire time I'm envisioning specifically Treasure Planet, where they're all looking at the crew and it's like this motley group of people, and then it's just like the captain's like the captain and the first mate, the only like well dressed people. I'm like, oh man, the crew's totally gonna try and kill us.
There's gonna be a mutiny on board, isn't there? Oh,
wait, it's
boy.
you.
Yes, I am the spy.
You said idiot.
I said mutiny.
Oh.
Where did you hear idiot?
She hears
My
what she
ears
wants
are
to
tuned to that word. I hear it a lot.
Oh, look, stop projecting. It's okay.
Wow. You're so mean.
I was making a self slab, so it works out.
Stop that. Love yourself. Accept yourself.
Crow would like to go up to the crow's nest.
Yeah, easily
Yes. Yep.
fly up.
Take a view.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, she tries to catch Aries' eye.
Yes.
as the renegade.
Oh! Yeah, it started out a little weird, but now we're...
No, she can't run up surfaces. No, but she can climb up.
I wanted to see her run.
She can climb up.
Yeah.
Alright, you
What's
ready
up?
to do this?
She'll just
Why
describe
not?
the
Let's
view
go.
that she's
All
seen
right.
in the area, acting like she's a professional now that she's been up here for 5 minutes.
Of course.
5 minutes?
Is the
It
actual
took her that
person
long?
in the
No, no,
crow's
no.
nest?
Crow was up
Up
there
there?
for 5 minutes, and then she summoned Airy up
Ah, I see.
because she has to brag about her newfound
I did
knowledge.
just send Koa's turnaround.
Is the actual person who's supposed to be in the crow's nest in the crow's nest?
Roll the d20.
15.
15. It is currently empty.
It's my nest. It's called Crow.
There's at one point one of the crew members, like a scrawnier looking kid, kind of goes and starts to climb, and Crow just leans over. They lower back down.
Cass is like looking at them up in the crow's nest. He's like, oh, crow's found her nest. Nice.
Elle from across the ship goes, boo, leave the jokes to me and Crow. And he continues to talk with the 5 random people he just met.
Oh my gosh, is Elle gonna do what I did? Are you gonna have three buddies?
Oh, I want my stooges.
I'm gonna be honest. If I could have remembered one of the names, I really considered making
Greg,
one of them.
Craig, and Kevin.
My man!
I remember my boys.
Well done. I really considered making one of them the captain.
Oh,
That
no,
would've been amazing.
no, Kevin's the first mate. That's what it has to
You
be.
know what? It is
Yes!
the first, second, and third mate.
You don't
are-
think that they would still be on the Renegade?
They absolutely would be, but Kevin's the first mate because Kevin was the dumbest, and now he's in command. It's great.
But this isn't the Renegade.
No, no, they're not on the Renegade. They left.
Oh, okay. We're just talking about
I
the.
feel like the renegade has been retired.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Are they retired?
There's part of.
Ray has shrunk it and put it in a bottle.
Do you
I
really
was
think
thinking
the
more
Three
like
Stooges have survived up to
when
this
it's like
point?
part of the building is a ship. Just living
Yeah.
in, moved it to land,
Yes.
built
Amazing.
the
Built a
Gallier
bar.
estate
It's his
around
kid's
it.
playground in the
There you
backyard.
go. There you go.
Amazing.
Pirates.
Ray's just like, oh yeah, that's the ship your uncle Einar fell off of before he became a, semi-deity.
That too.
Yes, that too.
Most of Einar's torture is for the people in the Shadowfell are just water.
I know it's supposed to be things that they're afraid of. Not
Water.
Einar's just like, when I'm done with them, they will be.
There you go.
There you go.
I've found many creative ways to use water to torture.
We need to get you out there.
I can't leave, so that won't happen. Good throwbacks.
Stop.
No, don't stop. That's great for us.
I'm gonna wait.
So, as the ship sets sail, what do you do for your first day?
Ari hangs out with Crow in the crow's nest and is just observing everything she possibly can, both on the horizon and on the decks below.
Meanwhile, Crow is practically the opposite, where she's lounged back in the crow's nest, feet kicked up, and she's just. Yeah, this is kind of good.
Ari has taken over the position of scout.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Ooh, nice.
The whole point of the crow's nest is height gives you more
visibility.
More visibility.
Field of view increased.
That's an 18 and a 19, so
Nice.
perception 19 plus 9 is 28.
All right.
What do you see?
Everything. Look at us. What do your elf eyes see?
Hey, what do you northwest?
What do your elf eyes see, Ari?
Taking the hobbit's eyes and going.
Who is it? Of course it goes.
Taking the hobbit's eyes and
The
going.
hobbits, eyes and guns.
Man, that's 2 Lord of the Rings references. I like it.
I gotta apologize.
Three,
I'm
actually.
sorry. We're so bad today.
We haven't seen each other in like a
Happy New
month, so
Year.
I'm
I
not
mean, that's
surprised.
not true, but you know.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been the normal amount of time.
It feels like it's been a month.
It's just
There's been a lot in that time, to
Yes.
be fair.
Christmas and New Year's due just the time.
Yeah.
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 The time. You know, the time.
Time is a weird...
Whatever the
The wibbly wobbly.
letters are for that sound effect. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry for your ears.
Ellen Caspian, what are you doing?
What did I see on 20?
Caspian looks like he knows what he wants to do.
Casper does know what he wants to do.
Al is going to introduce himself to every single individual on the ship.
There's like 30.
There's not that many.
I repeat myself.
Yeah.
No,
And
he would do
He's got all day. to
he
do
has
this.
all day to talk to
Okay,
people.
I want you to make me an intelligence check to see if you can remember everyone's names.
Can we go for number 4? No. But 12, that's not terrible.
12? Anyone like remotely memorable you got in the bag. Anyone who's not? Could go either way.
Yeah.
Everyone that you can't remember just gets called Steve. that is Steve 1, that is Steve 2. I don't know why it morphed into French.
Neither do I. You really want to do a French accent for some
I
reason.
do, I love the French
Lemon
accent.
pepper has resurfaced.
He always does.
Okay, Cass, what are you doing?
Cass is going to go around the ship as people are doing their tasks and basically get refresher courses on how to do it.
Okay, is he gonna try to help out?
Yeah, Cass is basically going to try and, here and there, like, help out with the ship. and-
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check because most of the things that like they would want help with is like the
Cool.
grunt
This is going to be
physical
such a
labor.
low roll. Oh, no, that's okay. That's a flat 20.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely. L is going around introducing himself, and on multiple occasions, people as you're introducing yourself, because it takes you a while to get through the crew. So it's just like, oh yeah, you're one of Caspian's friends, because Caspian's actually been like doing grunt physical labor with them and helping out, and so they immediately, even though Caspian doesn't know their names, they know his.
You're rope guy 1.
Yeah,
and rope guy 2.
Cass would try to,
Yeah.
learn their names here and there, but I imagine it'll take a minute before he remembers everybody.
Yep.
Al is doing the socializing for people.
Mm-hmm.
Considering our 2, social butterflies over here.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Cass would also make kind of a point to basically appear like the responsible one and like keep in good contact with the captain and the guy that's hired us is also on the ship with
Yes,
us.
Bob.
Okay,
Yeah, Bob is there the whole time.
Yeah.
He
So,
travels with it.
Yeah. Basically, Cass tries to keep in good contact with the command crew.
Got it.
Good communication is key.
Wow.
And with your 28, you are able to keep a very active eye on the horizon. And thankfully, for the first day, there's other ships, especially as you're still in that part of the ocean, which has a name, if I can remember it off the top of my head.
I have the map pulled up.
Okay, maybe she's the map.
She's the map.
Bodies of
She's
water.
definitely performing like the map.
No, that's not right. That's...
Can I be sniper?
You mean
Barely
swiper?
know.
Man, we graduated to PG-13 door real quick.
I've seen too
Holy
many
cow.
memes.
Nigerian Sea.
Okay.
That's a very different kind of theft right there.
I saw a meme. That's
Swiper
ruined
no.
Sniper, no sniping.
It's mine.
Red Lady
That's
outside.
everybody towards like every camper in like every Call of Duty game.
Sniper, no sniping. Oh god, we are on a roll tonight.
Remember that we're on a ship.
Probably a wise decision. All right. So nothing really happens first day.
You didn't say that.
If one of you could roll me 80-20.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to be
I'll do
responsible
it.
for this.
All right. Amy's got it.
No, she's going to
Amy's-
roll in
Amy's
that
keeping
one.
watch. So
19.
Okay, good.
It was
19.
one away from a 1.
It is there's like some like interesting sights. Like there's a pot of dolphins at one point. There's
Dolphins.
Disgusting.
Does Crow make
creatures.
that sound?
Disgusting.
I'll tell you about it later.
What, because they're naked?
No, it's worse.
They're smooth.
don't worry
What
about
it
it.
tastes like.
There's, but yes, it is a. In terms of any danger or anything that you would be wary of, nothing to worry about. Clear skies on the horizon, no storms or anything of the like. For day number 2.
So we get through the night without issue?
Yes, as you're going through the night, is there anything that you're doing as you settle down?
I mean,
Yeah,
Cass
that.
would probably
Are you falling asleep
see-
in the crow's nest?
She's fighting not to, but she's not gonna fight very well.
Ari will
So comfy.
stay actually in the crow's nest.
Okay, with Crow.
Even as, because I mean, she only needs.
Get us a blanket. Do they have and a pillow?
Yes, I will go find you a blanket and a pillow.
We can share.
Alright, we can share. I'll go find
Who are you and what have you done with Crow?
Ari
gets-
will go
She gets
Crow
in her safe space. and she's
into.
playing
Is there
in
like
person.
a
Yeah.
crew's
picks
quarters or
favorites.
something where we're expected to
And-
sleep, so they'd have
Yeah.
provisions like that?
They definitely have some spare blankets.
Yes. Ari will grab a blanket and 2 pillows.
Yep. Pillows less so.
Oh, okay. Then
Most
she'll-
everyone is sleeping in hats.
We'll use a backpack.
All right. Well, she will grab a couple extra blankets so she can like fold up a blanket to be like a pillow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's
long
definitely
pillow.
doable.
2 blankets.
Yep. And how about the 2 of you?
And Cass would probably try and play like some, because I imagine there's probably dice and cards.
Oh yeah,
Few
they're playing
dice.
Liar's Dice.
Wow, social.
Is there money
Oh
involved?
yeah.
Yes, absolutely there is.
Brilliant.
Cass. I guess if money is involved, I mean Cass can just bet your money.
That's true.
Al's money.
You have a portion of his money on you.
Yeah, that's why Cass can bet Al's money.
Elle would bet Elle's money. What's your point?
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
he
why-
does.
That's why Cass wouldn't feel bad about it.
Elle is going to go in. First, Elle is going to see what type of coins are being played with at the moment.
They're playing, yeah, with copper.
Copper.
Yeah.
Al's going to walk up and go. Deal me in, and puts down a silver coin.
They kind of look. Make a persuasion check.
That is a 19.
19. They don't quite deal you in because it's not cards, but they do pull up a seat for you to sit with
okay.
them. It is the Liar's Dice where you have to shake the cup full of dice and look, and only you can see what you have, and whoever has the best combination wins, but you can lie about it.
Yep.
It's what they played in Pirates.
Yes. I see. Okay.
I thought it was you bet based on how many dice like everybody has.
Yeah, it's across the board, but only you can see
Yeah.
what you have.
Yes.
And you have
Yeah.
to try and guess and be like, okay, I think across the whole table there's.
Oh
five
yeah,
lives.
yeah, that's
Right.
accurate.
5
Yeah.
5s,
Yep.
6 3s.
So it's less a deception check; it would be an insight check to see how well you play.
Dang. That's fine.
All right, Cass is playing too, so we'll see. Oh, that was one side away from. Oh,
Did you do
buddy.
it again?
Did you?
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Low.
Is it lower than a natural one?
No. Dang it! You absolutely, within that one, you absolutely lose your silver.
But Cass gets it.
What'd you roll?
19.
Yeah, that's a 5 and a 2.
Wow. All right, add 1 silver.
Yep.
I don't even feel like I want to bother with it.
It's about the principle matter.
Yeah.
Okay, that. I thought it was cards, so my mistake. But I'm much better.
Are you playing this below decks or like?
Oh, it is below deck.
Okay, so Ari can't peek over and like use her hawk perception.
Go make a
to
perception
see.
check with disadvantage because you're trying to look through the cross grade.
Well, if they're below decks, you wouldn't see anything.
No, the cross.
There's like
there
a
is
grate
the
at
grate
the bottom.
on the deck that can, but it's like difficult to see through. But you possibly
Alright,
could.
that's still a 22.
You can vaguely hear what's happening, even with the 22, but you cannot see it. No, you can like clock what's happening as it's.
Elle's losing money.
Who's that?
Oh. Fell asleep early.
2 silver. Ah.
Let's guess.
Roll. Yeah, they match it.
11.
5 and 6. They are not doing well.
Yeah, but I still get your silver.
No, dang it.
This is 23.
No.
All right, they'll do one more.
Alright.
4 silver.
One of them is just gonna go. You're gonna be up in the ante that much. Put down gold.
Oh. Okay, he'll match the gold.
Yep. Cast one too, obviously. Ah, man. That did not roll at all.
He's finally got it.
Yep.
What'd you get?
24.
Nice. That's a 2, an 11, and a 6.
Dang.
Cass, like, puts the gold down. He's like, alright. We'll let Elle get his stuff back.
When you want me back in the end.
Elle comes out on top. That was
And
plan
for the
whole
record,
time.
as you have been introducing yourself to the crew, it is certainly not an unscrupulous bunch. These are well-traveled sailors. They've had their fair share of experiences. Definitely not. It's not like all of them are saints.
Right.
But it's you're doing the Treasure Planet vibes where it's just like, oh, only the top guy. Well, even
It's
Koa,
a real crew.
It's a real crew, and even Koa is like, he's got the eye patch, and it is for a damaged eye, not for that purpose. He has been through it. For context, he is a barbarian.
I figured with the anchor.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Right, after that, I'll go sleep.
Yep.
Know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em.
Yep. There's an outcry as Elle walks away with everything. Like, not throwing up too much fuss, but a performative fuss.
Yes.
Yep. They just kind of disperse. And Elle goes to sleep. How about Caspian?
Cass would probably basically take a shift on watch and then go to sleep.
You can't take the crow's nest occupied.
Yeah, there's essentially a night crew that rest during the day for the most part, keep the ship sailing for throughout the night. It's not fully crewed by any means.
It's like a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Where's
Just-
the skeletons?
Skelly boys!
Not yet.
Skeleton?
There is like one guy that has like tattoos of like a skeleton all across him.
Nice.
It's he's one of the ones that's
Is his name Tony?
Tony Bob!
it is now.
Who needs the fantasy name generator when you got me around?
I'm
Kevin, Tony, Bob,
Steve.
and Steve. That's right. We can't forget
yeah.
Steve.
Tony is by far the nicest member of the crew.
Love it.
He's like, my demeanor came off as too nice, so I got the tattoos to make me scarier, but it doesn't seem to work.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I just have a passion for anatomy. Wanted to be a doctor, didn't really have the smarts for it, but I still appreciate it.
It really helps when someone on the crew isn't feeling well in a particular part. I just tell them to point to where they're feeling hurt.
Exactly.
You can do that on a regular
Yes.
body.
Wow, you cracked yourself up with that one, didn't you?
I'm just saying.
It's not wrong.
No, he's not. But he's very proud of himself for that one, and I love it.
Ari,
Yes.
as you are sitting in the crow's nest, Crow fast asleep beside you, you see the open ocean and the dark, star-filled sky, the moon glowing brightly, and it's just this moment of peace.
You want to change the song? Because this is not appropriate.
I was literally in the middle of pausing it. And you realize Thalion never put you on a ship. For all the missions you had done, you never traveled by sea.
Yeah, she never really saw the ocean
Yeah.
until she got to Demise Academy.
Exactly. But here, being surrounded by it on all sides, there is this feeling of almost belonging.
Are you a mermaid?
That kind of just washes over you, and it is probably the most peace you felt in weeks.
I think she kind of just starts, mostly in her head, praying, looking out over the ocean, how much it reminds her of the Sea of Dreams.
With a dark night like this, the waters are almost as dark as they are in the Sea of Dreams, so it is very reminiscent.
She starts kind of half mumbling to herself in Corey, kind of when you're praying and you're saying some bits out loud, but most bits in your head.
Who are you praying to?
She's praying to Eroy.
Okay.
Just, it's not so much that she's asking for anything, and it's more just,
It's more of a moment of communion.
yes, talking. And I think partway through, she starts talking more to Lord Deer. Not necessarily a
No.
conscious switch, but she
And it's
just tells him about what's been going on.
that's quite something. So you kind of blink, and you don't know how long the dark waters you've been looking out over have been the Sea of Dreams. You don't know how long it's been since you fell asleep. The fact that Eroy's prayers tend to sound like a lullaby doesn't quite help. But you get the sense that when you started talking to Lord Deer, you were.
Didn't realize I fell asleep.
It might be the only time you've done it unintentionally. Since the first.
Yes. It's been too long, I'm sorry.
Harry, it's quite all right.
I'm nervous. I haven't heard from Thalion at all. It's been months at this point.
Well, I believe you were sent on this assignment, from what you told me, with the intent of it being undercover is the wrong word, but self-reliant.
Yes, but I still check in with the Concord and send them updates.
And
As I'm
for the
supposed
record,
to.
the Concord has responded.
Okay.
The Concord has,
Yes.
not Thalion. You received it from one of the clerks.
Yeah, just message received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say
Usually it's Stallion who...
you sent one specifically to Thalion. You haven't. Have you sent anything to the Concord specifically?
I sort of, without saying it.
Yeah,
yes,
that's my wondering.
Ari specifically sends
The paper birds.
the
to
paper
Thalion.
birds to Thalion. Those are her regular updates.
But would
she
she
sends.
also, maybe once she hadn't heard from Thalion in a while, did she send one to the Concord separately?
No, she's always sent about Thalion.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the
Then
one
there
who...
would not have been a response.
Yeah, he's the one who's sort of in charge of her for this mission, so she's reporting to him. There'd be, she could send it to the Concord, but they would just give it to him, so we're not sending it to him directly.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that case, the Concord would not have responded, but neither is Thalion.
Would she write to all of them?
She would write to Olive separately.
Okay. All of us responded,
Yes.
as per usual.
Did Thalion used to respond, just say message received?
There would usually be some kind of notice, in some way. Sometimes it was through the mark. Sometimes it was a response letter. But there has been nothing.
Oh man,
For months.
What if someone killed him? That would be so amazing. I mean, tragic.
I mean, I already almost did that once.
Yeah.
Clearly that can't be that hard.
Very important numbers.
Well, when you get hit by a paladin,
Yeah.
For 100 damage.
Also, imagine us having to fight him when there's no magic. Very different
Ow.
situation.
Yeah.
That would suck.
But I haven't heard any response from Thalion in months. Well, I guess. Has it been months? Ever since he...
You haven't heard from him? Yeah, since he visited the school.
Radio silence.
I know there's been times in the past where I've upset him and he's not spoken to me, but
Well,
this feels different.
you are both elves. You have centuries ahead of you. Perhaps it is simply a matter of patience.
There's no way that you can check on him. He doesn't dream, so...
It would be difficult. I could have my Kalashtar.
No, I wouldn't want her to be anywhere near him.
Fair enough. She's relatively nearby, you know.
She is.
She's in Waimarie.
We've left Amarie, although we're not far from the shore, but...
Well, Waimarie is the region.
Yes.
Which you would, within a day's sailing, you would still definitely be within.
Okay. Which, we're not.
As I said, relatively.
Well, let her know I said hi.
I will. Now, tea.
Always.
So he kind of conjures up a small table and shares a cup of tea with you. Or a pot of tea.
can Lordier see what happens to Eri during the day?
Not that she's aware of.
She had been talking to Lordier without realizing it, partially
She-
telling about...
Okay.
Just, here's what's going on, man. I just need to get this off my chest.
Okay. I don't know if he had the.
It's like the equivalent of journaling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But he really only knows what she tells him or what she dreams about.
Got it. She's not gonna tell him about the freak who was putting visions in her mind.
No, I think she does mention that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah. Olive mentioned that Thalion had another apprentice before me at some point.
Yes, you mentioned that quite a long time ago, but I had thought that she and Thalion had a falling out. From what you told me.
I don't know. It's possible they reconnected, that he sent her off somewhere and has been keeping a hold on her. I don't know. I didn't even know if she was still alive up until...
And that's if it...
if it even was her. I just assumed if Thalion needed to remind me of something, and for some reason he's unable to communicate with me, I mean, since I had the mark dispelled.
I feel like there are easier ways to send a message.
Perhaps.
Eri, what happened? He kind of like looks you over. When you are here, it is your mind. And just as your physical body can sustain wounds, as can your mental, I can see the damage that was done, or the remnants of it. If this was simply a message, well, I suppose it's not entirely out of character for Thalion.
No.
Has it happened since?
No.
That is good.
I sent a bird to Thalion afterwards, letting him know that... apologizing for misbehaving. And it went north instead of towards the Concord, which was odd. And I drafted another bird to send to his apprentice, but I don't know her name, so it won't send. So it's... if Thalion has something he needs to say to me, I'd rather him say it himself than send somebody else. But it makes me all the more worried for him. He's in a position where he's unable to communicate, and he's been there for months. Unless he's deep undercover somewhere.
And I don't suppose it would be his prerogative to inform you of such a thing.
No. No. But I'd want to help him. But I worry he'd be upset with me for getting involved. I'm sure whatever he's doing, he has a plan for. I've just never known him to be unresponsive for so long. Even when he would go on extended missions and leave me in the care of others at the Concord. If he was gone, he would still send updates every so often, even if it was just once a month. Just to check in, just to see how things are going, just to remind me that he's coming back.
And yet nothing.
Nothing. Not even... not even a sending spell. And that is what worries me.
Perhaps it would be worth sending a message to the Concord inquiring on his whereabouts.
Perhaps I could reach out to Olive.
At the very least, it might put your mind at ease.
Yes. My mind has been rather restless lately.
Lord Air kind of reaches to kind of hold your head so you can just lean into it.
She leans into it and she doesn't flinch. Lord Deer's the only one she doesn't. Listen, man, I made Lord Deer hot, so.
You have competition.
It is very much
Against
a
an
more hate.
Eldritch creature.
Yeah, he doesn't actually look like the hero forge I made of him.
You remember those things you fought that came out of the obelisk during
Yeah.
the race?
Mm-hmm. He's one of those?
Lord is technically one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back off.
And as he is about to speak, you are torn from the dream.
Oh, yeah. Kept turning it off because.
Yeah, no, because that wasn't easy.
What time is
To
it?
do that.
Real time?
No.
Or nighttime?
In the
You're not sure.
story.
Can you make a wisdom save?
Yes, I can. Alright, that's a 23.
A 23.
19 plus 4.
Is it enough?
You wake up. Your heart is racing, but you don't know quite why.
I'm not cooking today.
Making a wisdom save.
Dadgummit. Come on.
Graves.
Come on. 2 19's enough. Let's go.
It's a 16 plus 4, 20.
I have to get a nat 20?
As you, after that moment passes 6 seconds, you smell smoke. You look over the edge and you see the ship below you on fire.
Sirens?
Crow, or Airy reaches to Crow.
I
She still see Crow there?
Crow is there.
She's, Crow, there's a fire! There's a fire, Crow, wake up!
Fire's happening on water? She steps up and looks around.
Crow, as you look over the edge, no fire to be seen.
You have to,
Airy. There's.
Crow.
It's not a fire. You're having
Aries, you watch as the fire has crawled up the mast, and as Crow is there telling you there is no fire, you see her flesh beginning to blister from the heat.
She starts trying to like pat the fire out on Crow.
Airy.
Every place you touch, you see scorch marks on Crow.
Hey.
Do I have the mental capacity to make some kind of Arcana check to recognize
I will
what
say-
is, like, that this is the same type of thing that was dispelled before?
That technically is what the wisdom save is.
That's fair.
Your brain doesn't.
Is this the spell that, like,
currently
my brain will justify it no matter what?
have a little bit? Yeah.
Can I try and help her out of it?
That I will say.
Yeah.
If you can make a high enough check of your choice for how you would like to
Arcana
try.
would make sense. Or especially after the thing that happened last, Crow would naturally
Yeah, so
assume
Arcana, I
that
could see
this is-
persuasion as to try to talk
Not
her
that
out
it's
of it.
high.
Not that that's particularly high for you.
I'll try Arcana. Ooh, that's a 24.
Okay. You kind of are. You probably did a little bit of research after the last incident on what types of spells these are.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you know how the spell functions enough that you can make a wisdom save an advantage.
All right.
Look, it's an illusion. It's magic. I'm not seeing
Another
anything.
flat 20.
I'm not burning. I'm fine.
Flat
You're
20
fine.
is not enough.
Ari, look at me. She kind of like turns.
Crow.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You do see, and I will say, as you are confronted with this, as Crow is grabbing your hands, in your mind, you see her flesh burning so bad that it is like peeling back down to the bone, which is being scorched by simply just touching you.
Oh man, that's pretty gross.
Extremely. And yet, she's sitting there. No fear. I will say you can make an insight check.
This is Crow guy.
It's true.
That's a 15.
15. There is no fear in Crow's eyes. There is no pain.
Hey. Focus on my eyes. Breathe. Air.
Make another wisdom save. At advantage.
Nope. That's a 7 and a 2. So
Can
it's
I give
11.
you some inspiration?
I have inspirations I can use. I'm choosing not to.
Okay.
But this is Crow offering help.
Okay.
I will make one more roll.
Yeah.
Nope. It's a 9.
That's fine. Ari, listen to me.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah,
You're asleep, but Ari probably
Ari
screamed.
is screaming.
Okay.
Or I don't think she's
Ari-
currently-
Natural 20!
Yeah!
Ari's
The
screamed.
first one, the first scream as she saw the fire, you heard, and it
Yeah,
startled you
Ari
awake.
started screaming fire. And before Crow.
The other crewmates are kind of looking around and assuming it's some kind of like night terror of someone calling out in their sleep.
Al knows what's up.
Yep.
He gets to the deck of the ship and hears the commotion. And when Crow was saying, "Ari, look at me, I'm fine," he's not even waiting to climb it. The wings come out and he
Yep.
shoots to the top of the crow's nest. Dispel magic. I know exactly what that effect is,
Yep.
and it's
But you have third level slots.
third
so
level.
you're
I
gonna
do have to
roll.
roll. This is a fourth level spell. That's right.
Yep.
This is with what? Or what do I add to this? Charisma.
Yeah. This is a charisma
Nice.
check.
Nice.
Non-natural 20.
All right.
And as Elle flies up, you can see within this vision, Elle is scorched all across. He's not currently on fire. He is the aftermath of someone that has been in a horrible blaze.
Oh, not again. I'm sorry. Not again.
And he reaches forward. You can hear his skin crackling and breaking as he reaches out. And as he reaches, the vision vanishes.
Thanks.
This is not the first time this has happened.
Look at me. You're fine. Okay? No burns. I'm good. No fire.
Yeah, I
So
think at this point
stupid.
Cass would be climbing up too.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
that what it
What'd you roll in
I rolled
perception?
13
13?
on the die.
Elle
so
yelled.
14.
Elle yelled at Caspian to wake him up.
Oh, you would have woken him on your way
Oh,
out? Got
yeah.
it. Cool. Yeah, that's
Get
that
him
works
up.
then.
He wouldn't have like shaken him awake. It's yelling to
Yep.
kind of get his attention.
Yeah.
Which Cass would be like, oh!
You walked past and pushed him out of the hammock he was in.
No, he's mage hand. Wake up!
Cass is like, this is why I worry!
You should.
I'm sorry, that bastard. This is not your fault. He will pay for this.
It's not him. It's not him.
What's
Somebody
happening?
working for him, obviously.
I don't know.
Ari, are you okay now?
Ari, are you okay?
I don't know.
Crow kind of wraps the blanket around her.
Obviously not, because this individual, whoever it is continuing to hit her with these traumatic visions. How can someone do this from a great distance?
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
I'm gonna bardic
Maybe-
inspire you.
Can you also make an Arcana check?
Go for it.
Ah, that's a 2 and a die.
Who has the higher Arcana modifier? I'm gonna
Mine's
bardic inspire
That's a
you.
high one, but I got a 2.
Yeah.
Mine's +5.
+5? Yeah, you get the bardic.
Alright. And
So
so
D8.
Do you want to use an inspiration to reroll?
I have 1 left. We have a fight coming up.
This is true.
Alright, and I can reroll
You have a
that.
chance to get another inspiration, though.
Okay, so that's
Bring some food.
15,
Make some
18?
cookies.
18. There's a couple methods that you know of,
I'm gonna
like
use one of my inspirations to reroll.
Let's see if the nat 20 die would come in clutch again.
I did not.
worth trying.
It is, especially after tonight.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Castle knows.
I got an inspiration for bringing you Alfredo.
Absolutely, you do.
No.
Is it in the French Valley?
It is.
I was wondering about that.
It was a good roll on the die.
Nope, that's worse.
I'm gonna
17.
use inspiration to reroll
Mine.
mine. Or I gave it to you.
I
because
mean, you have the
got 3.
you have the higher modifier, and you still also have a bardic inspiration.
I do?
No,
Elle gave
Elle
one to-
gave it to me.
I can do it again.
Yeah, he's got multiple.
Okay.
So
It's a bonus action, so
yeah.
go for it.
That's cocked.
Yeah.
Roll it again.
Please! Okay, that's better. Let's get a D8.
You roll it twice. And take the higher.
It's not higher. That is a 19.
19.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my last inspiration
Okay. For her to do it, or for you to do it.
for me to do it.
Okay. Go
Because
for
we've
it.
got the same modifier,
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Was
Okay.
that a D10 or D8?
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
and I still keep my +3 from the bardic inspiration.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. That's a 25.
So
You know what? I'm going to do something funny. Go ahead.
the first thing that comes to
Silvery
mind
bars.
is that like a sorcerer can extend the casting of a spell using metamagic.
I know she's a wizard though.
Yep. Sorcery adept, maybe, but the amount of the amount of sorcery points that would be required for this length of distance,
More than she would have with a feat.
yeah, more than probably any sorcerer could probably do, even with doubling it. That is growth, but it's not that much. You're talking thousands of miles.
Yeah, she
most
doesn't know
likely.
where she is.
Yeah.
How is this being done?
You think of there's a very specific type of residuum called entangled residuum, and there are some like wizard spells or class features that allow you to cast from the position of something, but all those still require something to be nearby. And then something else occurs to you. What if she's not near you?
What if you're near her?
What if you, or part of you, is near her?
You son of a... I want to swear!
Your soul.
Your freaking shadow.
Valiant has your soul.
My soul's like a Concord.
Is
Your
it?
soul was given to Thalion, who you assume stored it at the Concord.
But I don't know.
You never saw it again after you gave it to him.
You gave it to the
Theoretically,
bad guy.
your soul is you. If you had someone's shadow right in front of you, and you couldn't do it just outright, but with the right arcane ritual, it's feasible.
And that's why there's visible damage to your psyche, because it's being cast on your soul, not just your body.
Well, it's also psychic damage.
Yeah. You know.
Did I take any psychic damage from that?
That time, no.
Okay.
So the way the spell works, or at least one version of it, is that you take psychic damage if you would take
The damage from the
one
spell.
of them.
Okay.
But this specific iteration of the spell, you were taking no damage. You were dealing it.
Ooh.
But
That's a natural 20 on insight for Ari.
but the spell is single
Why do you-
target, so even though you were
She-
damaging,
Your dice decided to care today.
Yeah, they did. Because Ari hasn't told us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, I thought I did. Oh no, you're right.
you told Grave, I think. And
Yeah.
that's it.
She was
Yeah, because
She had to get.
she had to get
To get in there.
Was it even Grave or was it Risha?
I think it was
It was
Risha.
Risha.
The
yeah,
Yeah.
because
'Cause she
Ari had
specifically
Risha
talked
and
to
Kepri
Risha.
know.
You
Yeah.
might have gotten consultation from Grave.
Maybe.
I think
I
you
don't think
discussed
so.
the idea briefly with
Yeah.
Grave,
Yes,
but you
because she had to figure out like, would this be allowed?
Yeah, so you absolutely, within Act 20, you realize Ari has connected the dots and knows how this is possible.
Your neck is so pale.
Thank you.
It's almost like there's something consistently blocking it from sunlight.
What? I wonder what that could be. If there was,
It's probably your ego.
No, it stays.
I think it looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
But we get scissor happy.
Yes, I used to do that with my Barbie dolls. Just snip all their hair off. My hair is also very short as a
I
child. so
snipped
wanted to
holes
look
into a
neat.
blanket.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway,
Why are you like this?
Does that
Love
explain
of
it?
my life.
no, make a note of the time for a clip.
Anyways,
Anyways,
important things are happening.
Elle realizes
You
that
discuss this, I
areas
will be right back.
Okay.
connect the dots.
Eddie, you know how this is possible. How is this possible?
She kind of scooches over so that Elle can not be hovering.
Just hovering in
Yeah.
midair.
Take a second.
Are we going with the new rules where it lasts 10 minutes?
Not yet.
Okay, then yes, he gets onto the crow's nest. Plummet to his doom.
Yeah, I imagine Cass, because there's so many people up there, he's just hanging on to the ladder.
He's
like,
chilling.
what's going on, guys?
Go up to the
Can I be a
top.
part of the conversation?
I should.
Crow looks a little miffed about losing her nook to other people. It was mine and my guests.
There's not enough space up here for all four of us, so we should.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Cass will start.
my nest.
Well, you should hear this too.
I thought we were relocating.
Yes,
We are.
yes, we
Yeah,
are. But
so-
I just wanted to make sure you're also coming with us.
Elle's climbing down.
Yeah, I want to
so
know.
we. Okay.
It matters.
So
She's scooching you because it's her nest, but she
Yes.
will return to it later.
Yeah.
She's coming with
So
us.
Ari takes the blanket off and puts it. She takes it off and then folds it
Yeah.
and sets it down before climbing down.
She would.
Neat and tidy.
Yes. And I guess we just find kind of a quiet corner off to the side where there's no other crew members.
Yeah. Somewhere relatively isolated.
Yeah.
The kitchen.
It is the middle of the night.
Thalion has my shadow from the school.
What, your jar?
Yes.
Oh, the soul shadow.
How did he get that?
I gave
How
it
did
to-
he? You gave it to him?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Was
When
that
you
from
don't
Val?
expect him to manipulate in any kind of way, that's a piece of
Oh,
you.
okay. Let's not be
I
argumentative.
Not
After-
argumentative, I'm stating a fact.
after hearing about what happened with Rose, I didn't trust the school.
You trust him more.
Yes,
And look what he's doing with you now.
he's not doing this.
From her perspective, I can understand that decision.
She didn't
I
know it.
trusted Thalion to bring my soul to the Concord and secure it in their vaults. gave him permission to study it as the magic
Self-study.
around the idea of being able to place a piece of your soul in a vessel. And it's fascinating arcana.
But you said this is not him doing it.
No,
Who is
So
it?
what? He gave it up to someone else?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that he would.
Insight check.
No, I believe her.
Gaslighting yourself.
She's
19.
no, she genuinely believes that Thalion would not give up Ares' shadow.
Gotcha. So she's delusional.
That might be Crow's perspective.
Got it.
So we don't know who is doing
I
this.
know
then.
who it is. Thalion had another apprentice before me.
Oh, someone's jealous now.
I don't know. She was gone before I got to the Concord, or something. I don't know. She was...
Would you like to make a history check?
Sure.
Bardic.
Alright.
I like this.
Cool. That's a 19 plus 7 is... 19 plus 7 is 26 plus 5 is 31.
Let's go, Bardic!
Jeez.
With a 31, you were there when Thalion and his apprentice had their falling out. But you were very young,
It was like 4.
because it was within a year of your arrival at the Concord. So maybe,
So maybe 5 at the time.
so a little over 40 years ago.
So 40 years ago. Give or take a bit.
And you have not seen the apprentice since.
Somehow I forget how old you are.
It's... I don't remember what they had a falling out about.
Well, with the 31,
Actually.
you didn't hear a lot of what they said. But you heard the last thing that Thalion said. And now, I don't need you.
This bastard.
And her response to that was to leave. And for 40 years, you did not hear of her,
And she was also pretty young. She would have...
relatively speaking.
Was she also an elf?
half-elf.
Nope. Human.
Oh, human.
Oh, she old now.
She would be
Silently
older.
by an old woman?
She was probably in her 20s at the time.
Okay.
So now she's like a 60,
I thought she was a
70-year-old.
half-elf and that she was... Because then she would have lived to be a little bit older.
There was quite a disparity.
I don't know what they were falling out over, but Thalion said something about not needing her anymore, and she left. And Olive told me a little bit about her. It was something that she didn't really want to talk about, but it came up once or twice. She was a wizard, specialized in illusion magic.
And as a notable thing, she was part of the Concord essentially in name only. She was brought in by Thalion, from what Olive told you. She was brought in by Thalion, trained by him for the better part of a decade. And was never, only ever went on assignments with Thalion was given no duties at the Concord itself. She was Thalion's apprentice above anything else.
Yeah, I convey that.
So, Olive said it was part of the reason she became my primary guardian when I was 13 or so. That's when we met. She was at the Concord and must have seen me around, but we didn't really have any conversations until I was maybe 12 or 13, and shortly after that, she took me in as her apprentice and fought with Thalion over it on a regular basis. I think in her way she was protecting me from turning out like his previous apprentice. But I didn't even know if she was still alive, if they reconnected over something, and I'm worried now, because I haven't heard from Thalion in months. Since he came to the school, I haven't heard from him. Not even, I sent him letters every so often, and usually there was some indication that he had received it. I haven't heard anything. No letters, no sendings, nothing. And I worry that he's in trouble. Especially
Where
now.
he's finally decided to turn on you.
No, my worry is that she is, if they had such a serious falling out, if she's been harboring hatred for him for 40 years, then she might be.
It's possible she might be using you as a way to get back at him.
Yes. And if she managed to get my shadow, or is keeping him hostage somewhere,
What could she want out of him?
I don't know. He trained her for nearly a decade.
You got any special abilities, heritage secrets, special access to something in the Concord?
No, I'm not even I'm not even a high rank. I'm still considered a trainee after being there for over 40 years. Thalion has refused to allow me to move up in rank. I think I might have told Elle at one point, but I am at Mai's Academy to learn, to study, to...
I hadn't gotten enough of that.
I'm at Mai's Academy to better understand why the headmaster can use magic during a blackout, and to gather information about the blackouts in general as well. And once I complete my mission, I will finally be promoted and no longer directly under Thalion. I will no longer be his apprentice, technically. I could be if I chose to also become an inquisitor, but I never really felt drawn to that. If I mess up enough, if I leave Mai's Academy, if I'm expelled for any reason, I go back to the initiate rank and start everything all over.
So you need the information about the blackout.
About the headmaster,
Specifically about him?
ideally. But we've encountered now 2 others who can use magic outside when there's a blackout. And that is something,
Significant.
yes. And also something that I have mentioned to Thalion in recent letters. That
She got a leak.
I don't know. But my
You would know that the paper birds, they are objects. They can be destroyed. They can be intercepted.
Yes. But if they were intercepted, if the birds were intercepted at all, or destroyed, Thalion told me that if I did not check in at least every other week, he would collect me from the school himself.
But he has not done that
And
yet.
he hasn't, which leads me to believe that either he is in a position where he is physically unable to, or he has received the birds and is unable to respond. But he knows that I am still on task. So there's no need to collect me, even if he's not able to physically leave where he is
So
or respond.
you want us to go on a rescue mission?
No,
For Thalion?
no, I would not ask you to do that.
I mean, if he needed it, we'd do it. But
I'm
this is
telling-
Thalion we're talking about.
I'm telling you this so that you understand a bit more about what's going on with me.
Eri, you had decided to go back to the Concord for the break.
And that is still the plan. And while I'm there, I will likely look into more about what's going on with Thalion.
I would like to use my question.
What question would you like to ask?
What is the source of and
That's 2 questions.
You get one question.
this is one question.
Phrasing it funnily doesn't make it one question if it is 2.
I will let you decide that once I finish it. What is the source of and I had it in my head and I lost it.
You should look for it.
I'm looking.
Lost your train of thought.
I did. It
Choo-choo,
went off,
drums.
went off the rails there.
I don't think you guys are helping.
You're drawing it out for so long.
What is the source of and ability for the headmaster's capability to resist the magical blackouts?
I mean, he already told us he doesn't draw the power from the weave.
That's part of the question.
So here's what I'll say. You have enough information. I'm going to give you a chance to rephrase it.
Okay.
Because here's the information you have so far.
Right.
All magic items become inert. Spells are unable to be cast. People are not able to tap into the weave of magic.
Right. The weave essentially, loses power.
Right. At least in a specific area for now. The way it's going could lead to worldwide blackouts. unclear. The headmaster has said the reason after the encounter with Arcana, who was also able to use magic despite it being in the blackout, as well as Nixatal, implied to have some form of magic despite a blackout happening. The headmaster stated that the reason he was able to continue using magic is because he draws it from a different source. So, because the answer to your question, as it was phrased, would be that
He doesn't use the weave.
he doesn't use the weave. You asked the question of how does he resist a magic blackout? He doesn't. He's
No. It's okay. So
that's why I'm letting you rephrase.
of his
That's
power.
That's why I'm letting you rephrase,
Yeah.
because as it was asked, like you said, how does he resist? That part of the question, at least, was how does he resist the magic blackout? It is not that he is powering through something that is
not a
removing.
the very beginning of my question is, and this
What
is
is
not
the source?
changed.
Yeah.
What is the source? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, why don't you ask for what are the sources of magic for the headmaster, Arcana, and
That allow them to resist.
No,
the magic?
not
resist.
resist.
That.
Because that's the thing, is that part of the question is that allows them to resist. They're not resisting anything.
What
in
are their
theory.
sources of magic?
What are their sources of
it's
magic?
it's
It's
like
when
might
the
explain
weave is
itself.
faltering.
Yeah. What allows
Okay.
them to continue to?
Okay.
let me phrase it this way.
Go
because
for
we
it.
just watched it. It's like in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
when they're in the lair with Father and he takes away their alchemy, but the alchemy still works because they draw from the chi of the land rather than the tectonics.
It's from a different
Spoilers.
source.
Yes.
I mean, it's been
It's
out
a-
for a while, so.
Yes.
Or, if the power goes out in the house, it's not like my phone is resisting the blackout.
Right.
True. It's got its own power source.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
What's the
That's
power
cool,
source?
but Okay.
And that is your question. But it's like, oh, if the question is how is my phone also not turning off?
Because it has a different power source.
Right. So that's why I'm letting you rephrase, because the information part of this question is that it gives you the relevant information to use it. It is not just like a one word answer.
Okay.
Which is why I'm going to let you rephrase to work around the knowledge you already have.
What is the source of Headmaster and Co.'s
Company.
powers and abilities?
Okay.
Sherry's like, this is an endgame question.
No, it is. And I love it. The answer you receive is not words.
Is it that stupid image of the fire again?
That is part
Okay.
of it.
You have 3 people.
Okay. So, the Inferno.
So, this gives you the. This is you drew from the deck of many things and got one question. It's not even rolling like Wish. So I'm going to bypass. I am going to give you information that would otherwise be impossible to get.
You're writing this down, right?
It's being recorded. You can just go back and watch.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I've got to load up Obsidian.
I will not act on this information if it makes you feel any better. If it allows Aerie to go home and provide the information to Thalion and get out from under his grasp,
You think
who's to
he's-
say?
You think he's
No, I don't.
And what do you think you'll do with that information?
So here's what I'm going to start with.
Yes.
Because there was a point where Solus and the others did draw from the weave. You see Arklands, the map laid out, and you see ley lines interposed above it, channels of magic connecting it to the weave. And you see the weave of magic itself woven into existence by Miranova. That is one of the first things she did when she became a deity, is that she wove the weave of magic. It's not exactly common knowledge, but as you learned in the past campaign, there was a world prior. A world that shattered. That world did not have magic. People could not use magic. The Fae could, because they are beings of magic inherently. But the weave did not exist. When Miranova attained godhood, one of the first things she did was to weave together the threads of magic into something that could be used. The weave was made for Arklands, for this world, this arc that she created for the people of Comer. The material plane. And you can access it no matter what plane you're on, but that is what it was built for. And maybe 20, 25 years ago, give or take, the material plane expanded.
Oh,
Whose fault is that?
oh,
The Shattered Realm.
we did do that.
The Shattered Realm, Comer, was the material plane. It was supplanted by Arklands in order to save the population. And as a result, Comer merged with the Shadowfell. When they were separated,
Hey, you gave
what
us
happens
an
if you have
entire
two
new
cities
campaign
running on the power grid of a singular city?
Overload!
Brownouts. Eventually blackouts.
We made a boo-boo. Oh no!
No, you
And
gave
so
us a
when-
whole new campaign.
We did.
How much
So
fun?
when Comer, when the Shattered Realm became its own plane of existence, its own material plane of existence, the weave of magic began to be stretched across them. Both are the material plane. Both are worlds that Miranova inhabited and even ruled over. The weave has been trying to compensate. It's been a slow process, but as time goes on,
Oops.
Sally. We did it good though.
Well, this is your fault too.
We should definitely message him and be like, "This is all your fault." And
No context.
You did this.
Okay.
As a result, some people began to notice the brownouts. Some people, especially those that have explored the Shattered Realm, have been able to correctly identify the source. And, as a result, have looked into other options. The Fae could use magic before the weave, and likely even when the weave is faltering, because they are magic. But they can only share that through very specific sources. Warlocks, for instance. And even then, what they usually provide, clerics and warlocks don't inherently have magic. Their patrons, their deities, they act as a channel to allow mortals to access the weave. Which is why those things still falter. However, there are entities pre-existing that can continue to use magic completely irrelevant. Maybe not magic spells. Spells are inherently connected to the weave because of just, the way that the magic's been formed.
Got it. Mechanics. Understood.
Right. Well, like on a literally in-world mechanical level, it's
You have to use components to.
it's all been built on the foundation of.
There's a
the
physical
weave.
element to it.
Yeah.
Whether it's a physical
But
component or
the gods, they don't become mortal during a blackout. They are inherently divine beings. They have inherent powers. Now, they can also draw from the leaf. They can also cast spells, but that is not their only source of power. What is inherent to almost all living beings?
A soul.
So a god's soul can provide them with power. The exact same way a monk can continue to use their abilities, because ki is drawing from that internal power source as well. That is why ki abilities are explicitly not magic. For Arcana, you see the Fascinus.
Wait,
That's the thing that her mask is modeled off of.
that
The thing that killed Rose.
You said killed though, but she's alive. We did establish that.
The thing that you assume that you were told killed
no,
Rose.
no. It killed her. But that's not the end of the story.
I'm just putting the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
The Fascinus. I'm going to tell you this phrase, and I'm not going to expand on it within the confines of this answer. Has the soul of an old god. What specifically that means, you're going to have to do some more work to find out. Additionally, Nixatal, you see another similar, well, not quite similar, similar in terms of scale.
What's my boy got?
As you see a creature that has been named Perishing. A massive behemoth of ice. Bipedal. Destruction incarnate.
A trash pin went flying.
Oh, it must be windy outside. Jeez.
Might have been ours.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Resume the drama.
And last but not least, something different. Solus, the headmaster. In Arklands, there is the sun and the moon. But Arklands is a...
It's got a skybox.
It
Yes.
literally does. It is a crafted world. It is created.
It's
It
a
is not.
simulation.
It is not a planet. It is made to
It is.
imitate the world that they came from. It is made to imitate Comer. The sun is a portal to the realm of Sona, the sun spirit. If you were to fly high into the sky, theoretically, you could enter the Sun Forge, her domain of power.
Well, your wings could melt.
It would be very dangerous to try to directly impose onto a deity's domain.
Yeah, probably.
However,
The moon, similarly, leads to the moon shrine, the domain of Mayurin, the daughter of Miranova. But back in Comer,
There would have been a
Did I
difference.
not tell you? Did I not tell you the original sun god?
they had a actual burning sun. Comer was a planet that was in orbit in a solar system. Do you know what a sun is?
it's a freaking star.
And do you know what every single star is?
A celestial.
Yep.
A massive fusion reactor, constantly outputting
That's a lot of power.
power.
The
Soulless.
power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Well, honestly,
Solus has infinite
there's a
power
reason
now.
that
Solus is not cock.
Solus is what's the specific name? There's a version of Superman where he goes and sits in the center of the sun for like 1,000 years and absorbs all the power
Toasty.
and
I know
comes out and
exactly
he's
which
like
one you're
pure
talking
gold.
about. Yes.
Yeah,
Toasty.
What is that? Superman 1 million, I think.
something like that. That's Solus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Neat. Don't get on his bad side.
Oh my. Oh my, that's bad. I mean, it's good for us at the moment, but it might be bad. Who knows? We'll
Did you
see.
specifically
Like anyone.
say? Did you name the two individuals, or did you leave it ambiguous? In addition to Solus,
He
you
said
talked
Solus
about.
and Co.
You said and co.
Company. Everyone associated with those power sets.
I'm not going to give you everyone,
Okay.
Everyone we know, though.
but you do see it's less clear, but a smattering of images of different massive behemoths, monsters in the Shattered Realm that each have the soul of an old god.
Can we have one?
Yes! Each behemoth in the Shadow Realm is one of the old gods.
Yes.
Or has the soul
That's
of one.
why. Okay, that's interesting. That's why we only see one of each one. That's why they get names. Ooh, that's interesting. You realize that we killed 2 of them in our one shot, right?
Yes.
So
Would it be that
one of
easy?
the great things
probably
is
not,
that there are essentially, and you'll find this out. There are each one has a prime, a alpha, whatever you want to call it, and then there are essentially different, smaller, weaker versions.
Okay.
Of,
Edge of Tomorrow style.
yeah, not inaccurate. So there is a core for each one, but there could be other smaller ones like the ones y'all fought.
Was that mask made from a behemoth?
You don't know.
What's the same?
You used your question.
What if we can steal power from the smaller ones and
Well,
infuse it
Noah.
into our?
Welcome to my plan from the beginning of the campaign.
I worked with Ryan a while ago. I didn't give him all the details, but I said there would be an opportunity in the later game of the campaign to forge conduits
I just got the info
of
I
power.
Nice.
Nice.
needed. Who wants old god weapons and armor?
I want the wings.
Raise your hand!
Okay, well. I'm a son.
And with that, Lordum, that will be where we end tonight's session. Thank you all very much for joining, and we will see you next time. Good night.